Hello, hello, it's Coyote Christina, surfer, author, dream weaver. It is week 7 of the Amazed and Amused campaign. The campaign is, right now it's an online campaign and I'm just posting every day for 9 weeks. I did take a break, so it's gonna actually extend to 10 weeks, but posting every day for 9 of those weeks. And today is Totem Tuesday. We've entered the transformation stage. So let's see. I'm not gonna be able to find the quote, but we enter the transformation stage on the wings of butterfly with strength and vulnerability, and we touch upon the epic of the everyday. So it's very exciting, moving from the relation to the transformation stage. I'm just gonna read some excerpts from the book today. In the back of our mind, we're just going to keep our goals and the skill sets we're developing during the transformation stage, which really the main skill set, the big one, is aligning with the universe. And that's about the trust that we have formed, and we start relating in new ways, and walking boldly towards our dreams, and believing that the universe is working in our favor. So everything that happens is like in the background. It's not like, why is this happening to me? Someone's out to get me, the universe is out to get me. It's like, no, like things happen in life. What do I need to learn from this? And just trusting that the universe does want you to have the best life possible and all your dreams. So build towards them. And then the overall goal is that transcendence. We've been talking about the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye chakra. That's really about transpersonal consciousness, and that's about transcending the duality, the right and wrong, good and bad, really being able to transcend those by combining our egoic consciousness that happens in our solar plexus, in our heart chakra and our throat chakras, with our instinctual consciousness, which is in our 1st chakra and our 2nd chakra, our root and our sacral chakra. And when we can combine those, sometimes they fight against each other, like what our gut's telling us or our instincts are telling us is different than what our ego consciousness is telling us. And so it's really learning how to listen to those and marry them together to transcend and be able to manifest, bring energy down and manifest the life of our dreams. So 2 sections of transformation is Ithaca and Destiny. Ithaca is about the concept of home and that idea of when we discover that we are the home from which we have been searching for. It's an ability to cultivate a peaceful and nurturing home in all realms, physical, mental, and emotional. To do this, our goals are to open to grace and learn about the archetypes and how they correspond with the universality of human experience. So we're moving from that ego self, ego identity into our social identity of heart. And then up here, we go out and we understand how our personal experience relates with all of the universality of human experience and the archetypes that kind of represent that through all times, across all cultures. And then we also talk about destiny. And basically, destiny is I am life, is the whole setting sail on the sea of destiny. We don't let our fears control us anymore. We don't have to have a destination in mind. We just know if we get in that boat and start heading that direction, we can dream up the lands and the life we want. And it's really that time when we overcome our ignorance and circumstance. So those certain limitations because of where we were raised, how we were raised, or just things that happened in life that nobody had control over, can limit us, a trauma, and remaining stuck in old patterns or in ways of coping that worked at one time but don't work anymore. So when we overcome our ignorance and circumstance, then we avoid repeating the worst moments, especially the worst emotional moments of our lives. And we also move away from history repeating itself, which is very important, I feel, right now in our world. And we embrace our inner power for self-determination. So those are kind of the underlying concepts and the goals we have and what we're working towards in the transformation stage. And now I've got to we're going to read a little about the transformation stage and the animals. Oh, butterfly. We come in on the wings of butterfly. Let's see. And then we have possum and lizard and weasel. So I'm just kind of randomly going to pick a few things out to read. I'm not as prepared today as I wanted to be, but I've got to leave for work in like 20 minutes. So doing it on the fly. All right. Ooh, lightning outside. With butterfly and possum at our side, we find the freedom to dream the dreams that are closest to our heart, and lizard appears, resting in the shadows, aiding with the development of our vision and the ability to manifest the life of our dreams. And as we near the last section of the first half of the transformation stage, whale swims to our side, forming a pathway to the ancient knowledge flowing through our veins. This new yet familiar territory guides us into the second half of the transformation stage. We have attained an intuitive knowledge of our home, of our very own Ithaca, by peacefully proclaiming our place in this world, and we begin to ponder, what do these Ithacas mean? We place ourselves at the helm of our very own ship on the sea of destiny. We are no longer drifting along aimlessly or following orders from out there. We are the captain of our skin-covered vessel, and we set sail to build the life of our dreams, one day at a time. As we cross into this second half of the transformation stage, Coyote trots to our side. Our paws prance upon the earth as we return to the land, leaving the watery world of the ancients and whale behind for now. We traverse the wide open plains that Coyote calls home, learning to master illusion and shape-shift our way towards the life of our dreams. With Coyote, we let go of the need to be right, the need to control. With this higher level of awareness, we are no longer easily deceived by others or ourselves, and we take flight on the silent wings of owl. The power of the desperate child within that clings to delusion for comfort and hope begins to recede. We have gained enough insight to see clearly the delusions we have held and the ones we continue to create. We have tapped into the clear seeing of owl and the cover of night, and the wine dark sea of destiny unfolds under our wings. When we use our bodies to overcome the mind and take action to build a new way of being, despite the fear and doubt, Spider appears, teaching us a new language and new ways of being. These new ways allow us to avoid getting tangled in the web of fate, which does not include any alternatives or solutions. We tap into the wisdom of Spider to discern when to return and when to arrive. We are no longer caught up in things that have been or what we were told to obtain, but instead we are ready to create the life we desire, spin our own web instead of becoming caught in a web spun by others, entangled in expectations and obligations that have been set by societal norms. The grand finale of the transformation stage comes with the quiet, intense intelligence of Weasel, an intelligence that has been developed through the curious observation of numerous life events and with the assistance of many other animal guides. A wisdom that mostly comes with age. Very few will have this wisdom at a young age because it is a wisdom that is born out of lived experience. So that's a little bit, just introducing us to the transformation stage. Ithaca. So we're starting with Ithaca. What these Ithacas mean. The poem Ithaca and the line quoted above grab me. What is Ithaca? A place, a concept, a destination? Is it a physical location or a symbolic journey? Neither? Both? I was introduced to the poem Ithaca in a modern Greek poetry class my sophomore year of college. I was instantly captivated by C.P. Cavafy's poetry, and Ithaca soon became my favorite poem, well before I understood that I had brought the Lastrygonian, Cyclops, and angry Poseidon with me inside my soul. What was Cavafy referring to when he said these Ithacas? Is Ithaca our home, our security, safety? Is it inspiration, adventure, our lover, a parent? The beauty of poetry is that each of us gets to decide, just like each of us gets to decide what our purpose in life is. I like to think these Ithacas refer to home. The idea of home can mean very different things to each of us. Is home a physical place, an emotional attachment, a state of mind, a state of being, perhaps both or neither? Cavafy's use of these Ithacas creates an archetype that speaks to us across the ages, a symbol that he leaves open for us to define. And he encourages us to both never forget but not to cling, and do not expect Ithaca to make you rich. Butterfly, possum, lizard, and whale. We can, oh, we're gonna leave that one alone. So that's just a little bit. I'm gonna read Ithaca tomorrow. During our chakras, I'll read the poem Ithaca to you. I have it kind of memorized, but not enough to like recite it off the cuff. So maybe, and I think we'll look at the animal totems a little more tomorrow too. We'll look at butterfly today, but then we'll look at possum, lizard, and whale, or sorry, weasel on the next day, right? Butterfly, possum, lizard, whale. Oh yeah, weasel is way at the end of the journey. That's way at the end. So, oh boy. All right, so I need to take a little. Oh my gosh. I'm allergic to the storm that's approaching. Maybe it'll actually cool off though. I'm in a 3rd floor condo, so I look out over the treetops, which is really cool. Here, you can see. Isn't that cool? And there is a storm approaching today. Wow, Gesundheit. Bless me. Been posting every day for 7 weeks, and it's the first time I've sneezed in a video. Something new every day. Butterfly, are you scared of your personal power? Are you scared to step into the light and let the radiance of your being shine? Mind, body, heart, and soul? Have you tried on your wings? Are you ready to fly? On the wings of butterfly, we enter the transformation stage with strength and vulnerability, touching upon the epic of every day. We begin to understand that things are definitely not as they seem, and that a whole new world, a new way of life is available to us when we find the courage to spread our butterfly wings and take flight. There is a totally different world outside the cocoon, where the known realities of the chrysalis are no longer applicable. This new world demands that you use your newfound wings and fly. So, hope you enjoyed that small reading from the butterfly. Maybe we'll do a little more on butterfly. But yeah, Amazed and Amused. I hope this is inspiring to you all. I love learning about animal medicine and sharing it with you. It definitely helps me maintain a happy, interesting, curious perspective in life. So, all right, take care. Bye-bye.